What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So I'm back and I am here to do a movie review. Look short, simple. I went to go see The Purge, the first Purge, I should say. And one of the main reasons I didn't even really want to go see it, but one of the main reasons why I wanted to go see it is because this is the first time I actually seen Daniel from Insecure in like an actual movie role. So I wanted to see how he was doing, and to be quite honest, he did a good job. He did a good job, you know. Shout out to L, okay? I'm sitting there. First of all, I got there early, got my nachos, sitting down there and waiting to go inside because it was a little bit too early for me to go inside. And this girl was like, oh my God. First of all, she sat down in front of me on the opposite bench, I should say, and didn't say nothing. And so I just didn't think nothing of it. I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I was on my phone and shit like that. Then later on I had went to the bathroom, come back out. I was sitting there waiting, trying to open up my stuff. She was like, "Is you Ashley Miller?" I was like, "Oh my God, yes." I laughed, but let me just tell y'all this: it blows me every time. Every time somebody, recognizes me out in public, I get embarrassed a little bit, and it's only because I'm not used to that, and I have to remember that, bitch. You do YouTube, but I do be thinking like, not that many people watch or whatever. So how do they know, stuff like that? But shout out to you, L. And we was all going to see the Purge. You know what I'm saying? So the first Purge, I really can't stand movies like this. And when I say like this, I mean when they start it's like a series, uh, part one, two, three, four, and then you give us part one in the present day, and then you give us part two, which is the aftermath of the first one, and then you go to part three, which is how the stuff began. That's exactly how the Purge series has been. Okay, and in the first one, it was focused on this middle class, probably upper middle class, white family, trying to survive the purge or whatever. Then the second one was about this lady, I guess she was a senator, a councilwoman, or whoever was trying to end the purge, and we got to see a little bit more of, people being on the actual streets and in different neighborhoods or whatever. This one, bitch, this purge movie made me mad, okay, because it just felt like what's going on today. And I just want to know who directed this. I ain't had time to look this up and see who actually directed it, but it felt like somebody black was directing this. Because, the niggas, the black folks, and I would say the black folks, the brown folks, and the poverty folks, low income, they were the heroes and they were the victors of this whole thing. But basically, this is The Purge and how it started off as an experiment. Marissa Tomei was on there, and she was the one who came up with the experiment and the psychological and, all the backgrounds and statistics for it and all this stuff. And they're using her plan. Now, basically, they're interviewing people and setting it up at a project. I'm not gonna give you everything just in case you haven't seen it. But I'm gonna give you this. They set it up at a housing project in Staten Island, New York. Okay, this is where they're doing it. They only doing it on Staten Island, New York, and basically an incentive for them to do this and to get these people on board, money. They offer money. And knowing that these people are impoverished and they're lacking and they're needing, so therefore, let's give them some money if they stay on this island for these next 12 hours and participate in this experiment. But then when we get in there and we tell them, okay, if you stay on the island, you get $5,000. If you stay more and you do more, meaning like killing and all that stuff, you get a little bit more, okay? And they got these contacts so they can track you and all this stuff and see what you're doing, and they seeing everything real time. And it was just disgusting the way that they was doing this stuff, because first of all, you're doing this in a low income area. You're doing this in a housing project where it's predominantly black folks, and with your sprinkle of uh, um Hispanics or Latinos, whichever one you want to call it. You got that sprinkling in there, but basically everybody is low income. Okay, this is basically the people that don't nobody give a fuck about. All right, so you deliberately set this up in this area to start all this mess And then when the stuff don't go the way that you want it to go, you bring in the whites, okay, that's dressed up as KKK members and mercenaries and all this stuff to add problems and start problems or whatever. Basically, it was a fuck show. It was all the bullshit that goes on today. Okay, that's what it felt like. How, sometimes the government and the media try to egg shit on to make problems that really aren't there, or to make small problems bigger, to seem bigger and all that stuff. And then how the government really don't give a fuck about black folks, especially this government, and Hispanics, and people of low income and poverty and all this stuff. They don't give a fuck about that, so they can be, done away with. And as one of the guys who was the head of the program, who was working on the under the government, as he said, it's overpopulation and we need to get these people out of here. And I said, ain't this about a bitch? You didn't put it all out there for us right then and there. I said, get these people out of here because it's overpopulated. We need to control the thing. Mind you, what spurred this on was the fact that they had, housing crisis and people can't find jobs. The stock market is dropping, and therefore you need people to come in. There was a new party. People not here for the Republicans. People not here for the Democrats. Okay, so this new party called the New Founders, or some shit like that, NFFA. They come in, they get elected, and they implementing all this stuff. And I equate them to Trump administration because if you were to go see the movie, it's a little bit corny. It is. I ain't even gonna lie, because the main character Nia, she, she almost remind me of like one of the protesters that be out here, the activists that, fighting for the rights, and almost can be like Black Lives Matter, Brown Lives Matter. She's for everybody, or I should say she's for the poor people and stuff like that, trying to get justice, trying to, fight for the people and get what's right for them. And some of the parts where her was like so unrealistic, like when it came to her brother should have died in this. I'm just gonna say this. Her brother should have died in this. Um, um, whatever happened to him should have happened. That's what I feel like, okay? Because you was doing a little bit too much, little boy. And she was one of those one. I was like, you coming in to be super saver hoe, I just can't see it. I really can't see it, okay? But you had Daniel from Insecure. I don't want to say his name wrong. That's why I keep calling him Daniel from Insecure. But he was like the anti-hero that became the hero because he was like this big drug dealer or some shit. Like, he was the motherfucking man with his fine ass, okay? So it was cute. It was cute. It was something that, would I go see it again? No, I won't go see it again, but I'll probably watch it when it come on TV. Eventually it's gonna come on TV, so I'll probably watch it. But basically, once you watch this shit, you're gonna be sitting here like this. It's gonna make you mad as fuck. It's gonna make you mad as fuck because the experiment was not working the way that they thought it would be. They thought on if they had this night of purging, that these niggas, these Mexicans, these Dominicans, Cubanos, Puerto Ricans, and anybody else in betwixt, these low income people would just take out all their frustration on each other and just start killing each other. But in actuality, that's not what was happening. The most that they was doing was looting the stores and shit, and most everybody else was staying indoors. So therefore, let's make trouble. Let's send in these white folks and then just start fucking shit up. And I was just like, this feels like Trump America. It really do. Okay. But all in all, the movie's gonna make you mad. If you like it feels a little bit different from the regular purges because it's more of an influx of black folks in there, and it's predominantly a black movie. And that's what make it different from the other two. And yeah, it's okay. It's kind of predictable, but one part that I didn't see was them bringing other people in there. But I damn near said I wasn't gonna give y'all the whole movie, but I practically did. So if you didn't see the movie, you want to see the movie, spoiler alert, whatever. But y'all probably can figure that out in the episodes or the reviews or the commercials. So it is what it is. But if I had to rate this 5 stars out of 5 stars, I'll probably give it like a 2.5. And that's being, no, I give it a 3. I give it a 3. was cute enough, okay? But yeah. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. If you went and saw the movie, let me know how you felt in the comments below. Peace. I think I might go see Whitney movie later on this week. If I got some time. I keep hearing that that movie is good. I also want to go see Jurassic Park. That movie was stupid. It was stupid in the end, and I'm like, so it's gonna be another one. So the world is basically fucked. That's what it's gonna be. It reminded me of the New World. That's what it. Because remember in the New World when they was bringing the was it the New World? When they had them in New York or something like that, or LA, and they brought the dinosaurs back over into the United States, and they were trying to sell them all. That's basically what was going on in this one. And the only difference is the motherfuckers is loose now. So how we gonna figure out what the next one is gonna be? We living amongst the dinosaurs again. Basically, that's what Jurassic Park. Well, I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you. So hey, it is what it is. But y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.